Hello, everyone. I would like to show you today the integration between Checkmarx One and Wiz. As you can see on my screen, I have a list of projects which are building up my own application. It's a test application called Checkmarx One Integrations. And that application, as you can see, is made up of several projects. Each project has been scanned early stage in my software development lifecycle thanks to Checkmarx. I have results from SaaS, SCA, infrastructure as code, etc. Now, all these projects have been scanned early stage, and I'd like to see which of these projects might be either detected at runtime or facing internet once I'm deploying it into my cloud provider. So for that, I will go to my Cloud Insights. And in my Cloud Insights, I'll be able to actually create my own account, either today with Wiz or AWS. So the idea is that I have deployed these different projects into a cluster that I ask Wiz to manage and monitor. And I will be now connecting to my Wiz platform. And to do so, I will just connect with three different parameters: my API endpoint, my client ID, and my client secret. Now, I will be able to give a name to my account because I can actually create several accounts either from different CNAP vendors or different cloud service providers, but also because I can manage different accounts for the same cloud provider, for the same CNAP vendor. So I will call my account here, my cloud account, testwiz2, and I will create an account. Now, what's happening behind the scene is that Checkmarx One is now connecting to Wiz, authenticating, and getting the list of clusters and container images that has been detected and monitored by Sysdig. So you can see here that on my Wiz account, I actually have connecting to three different clusters. These are the list of the clusters. And for each cluster, I can get the list of container images that Wiz has detected at runtime. So here is the list of container images. And thanks to Checkmarx algorithm to connect a runtime container image into a source code project, you can see here that automatically Checkmarx has related each container images provided by Wiz to the relevant project name. So I can see that I have here several projects associated to all these container images, and I can see the risk level of the SaaS scan and SCA scan, infrastructure as code scan for these different projects, as well as the list of total vulnerabilities. In addition to providing the container images and also the cluster, Wiz is also providing us with the internet facing. So we have actually access to the network exposure of each container image. And if the container image is actually facing the internet, then we will show this logo. And I can see here that my front-end container image is related to this source code and it's facing internet. Now we also have an attack path, which is describing for a specific container image, like the demo store, for instance, front end, what are the different, the path for getting from the internet. I can see which cluster, which pod, and then which container images is related now to my Checkmarx One project and to my GitHub repo. In addition to that, I can also go to the application risk management. In application risk management, you can see the whole list of application, the top 10 risk application, and I can go to my integration application. And here I can see the list of all the top 50 most risky vulnerabilities on my application. My application is made up of all the projects I showed you earlier. Now we've added this runtime filter, which allows you to filter out of the top 50 risky vulnerabilities, which vulnerabilities are actually part of a source code project, which is actually deployed on a runtime container image, and which ones are internet facing. So you can see here that I have 4 vulnerabilities that are part of a runtime container image. And you can see that 2 of them are internet facing. So this really helps AppSec team and developers focus on the most risky application and the most risky vulnerabilities and know which one they need to fix first. Now, please note also that the risk score that we calculate for these vulnerabilities are now also taking into account whether that vulnerability is related to a source code project deployed on a container image that has been detected at runtime, and also whether, from a network perspective, it has been exposed to the internet. So the risk score you can see here is already taking into account these two pieces of information provided by WIS.